Hey, hey, beat of the street. Oh, hey, beat of the street now. Hey, beat of the street now. You better know that. You better do somebody. Beat of the street now. Oh, hey, I want to let you know, you need to talk about it. You need to tell somebody. Gotta know somebody. You gotta shout about it. Hey, 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 be in the street now. Oh, yeah, this is DJ Old School coming at you from 94.9 KZAXLBFM in Bellingham. And I want you to know that we are here every Friday, as always, from 11 to 1 o'clock. We've got a tremendous show for you today. And I got to tell you, I'm excited as a kid in a candy store on Christmas Eve. That's a lot to be happy about, in a candy store on Christmas Eve.
Right, right.
And waiting for Santa to come through that chimney.
Right.
Because I've got my main man, my co-pilot in the seat today with me, DJ Booker in the house, everybody. He's been away for a minute, but you know what? He's been taking care of business. So
been there.
DJ Booker, what's going down? I know you're kind of buzzing around like a buzzer, like a little beetle right now in the studio. But why don't you grab the mic and let the people know what you've been up to and what they can expect. I know you've got a few surprises today, even though you're sitting in a chair like you are Dennis the Menace.
I got the little chair today.
You got the little chair.
I got a little chair. Hold on. Let me get this out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy DJ Booker up in the building, representing in the building. Rep, big people in the house. Just take care of that business, man. That's all I've been doing, man. Take care of that business.
Yeah, you've been taking care of that business.
Been there.
Working a little bit.
I've been there.
I hear you got a everyday job.
Yeah, man.
We're not going to give them any commercials because they're big enough, and unless
they sponsor like crazy,
unless they're going to lay down that money,
right?
We don't want to be telling anybody where you're working. But in any case, how's it going on the job?
It's going good, man. It's going good, man.
Got a little. Hey, you know what? He got stars on his bars. He's a manager now, as they say, a manager.
DM, yeah, we know what thing.
Yeah.
Stuff that came up,
And managing a clothing department.
Yeah, apparel.
Look at you. He had to get me straight. Apparel. and well, that's good, man. That's good. You're out there showing your love to people. Meanwhile, you bring back into the station. You're here to give some joy to everybody. It's been, I've been having it's been kind of sad that you hadn't been here, but I've been having a bit of fun. I had to kind of pump it up extra because when you don't have that energy next to you, got to be extra pumped. So I've been pumping it up. We've been playing some of the best music.
I've been watching you.
Some of the best music from around the world. We've been playing those indie artists. We've been thanking the sponsors that has been with us. We've, in fact, why don't you take a moment to just thank those sponsors?
Well, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors. It's Steakhouse 9 in Linden, Washington. And also, with the show that's coming up, The Beat of the Streets, Gospel Explosion is October 25th with my man Hunter Graham. You got Mark Urban up in the house, Denise Smith. They're going to rock it. They're going to kill it. Kill it, y'all. They got to be there.
You got to be there. I just want to take a few moments to let you know that we have for the past year. It's almost a year, my man.
It is.
We have been doing two things consistently. Showing up, and the second thing is promoting the indie artists from around the world. And doing shows here in Bellingham.
Right.
Where we can present to you the AT artists, the artists trending. And then we said, hey, let's take it another step further, because there's not a whole lot of what we call neutral zones
Right.
where the gospel is played. You know, we normally see gospel just in the churches.
Right.
So there's some people just say, hey, well, you know what, I'm not comfortable there. And we say, well, hey, we bring it to you. We bring you the gospel music. So that's what we've been doing. And we have another show coming up, as Booker just stated, and we really want you to show big at Over Easy. Over Easy, it's right next to. I'm gonna give a little prop to this company because everybody knows it, and it's a landmark. So at least it'll be easy for you to remember. It's right next to Trader Joe's. So if you can show your love and show it strong by coming out that evening, that's at 6 o'clock. The show is a hour, one solid hour of gospel music, where you will see some fantastic music. I got to tell you. And meanwhile, we normally do the what's happening in the neighborhood. It's kind of quiet this month in the neighborhood, except for the show that we're doing on the 25th. So we don't have a whole lot to report. But the good news is, when we don't have a whole lot to report, and I don't have Sam.
Damn!
And for those of you who are wondering, well, who's Sam?
Damn!
Sam
Damn!
is social awareness moment that we present to you every month,
There we go.
every Friday, I should say.
Again.
And there has been so much stuff going on. The only thing that comes off the top of my head is we're still in the middle of that conversation of impeachment for our current president. I mean, they are coming at him like stink on arms when they haven't been washed in several weeks.
You already know how I feel about that.
Well, you know, we're just a
We stay in
deliverer.
between.
We're deliverers, so we're not gonna show any bias. But what I do want to say is, the president is kind of making it a little bit hard when he stands out in the public and say certain things that kind of indicts himself.
Well, he don't care. That's the problem.
Well, we will find out, and we will see what happened. The elections are slowly coming up on us. There's lots of debates. So I encourage you to check out the debates on CNN. Okay, there I go. I gave a little props for CNN. The reason being because you do want to check out and be informed. It's nothing worse than just saying, oh, I'm going to vote because of blah, 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 and you don't know anything about the character or the content of the individual that you're voting for. So all I will say, as being the deliverer of information, please check out the interviews and the debates, and then the Republicans. There has been a couple of people who showed up on the scene that said they were going to actually run against the president, but I don't know if that'll hold any water.
What?
Oh yeah, there's been a couple of guys.
Wow.
We'll wait to see if there's any strength to it before I go, putting it out there in the airways, because no sense throwing something out there that won't last. So, in any case, once the Republicans start saying that they're going to either go ahead and make him the number one, and it was two other guys so far. I'm sure there's others, but in any case, for right now, that's heavily going on, and just stay abreast, stay aware. You know what? I'm going to talk also a bit about mental health. I'm just going to talk about that because I think yesterday, if I'm not incorrect or correct, and even if I am incorrect, it's still every day is Mental Health Day.
That's right.
Okay. So I think yesterday was Mental Health Day. At least I know in Canada it was, and I think it was around the world. And I cannot say enough about mental health. There is so much needed in that area. We are looking at high suicide rates within a lot of categories, especially the youth. And I just encourage you to seek out individuals that you can talk to, seek out a teacher if you're a student, whether you're in college or high school or elementary. Seek out or uncles or aunts that show wisdom at points where you go, wow, he just said something or she just said something very smart, and seek it out. And the last thing I want to talk about is Ellen DeGeneres in our Sam moment, that social awareness moment. And I want to just bring up Ellen DeGeneres because I got to tell you something. This past week, she was at a football game.
Okay.
And she was there with sitting in these, very expensive seats. And next to her was the past President George Bush.
Oh, wow.
Now, everyone knows George Bush is a very conservative gentleman, has his conservative views.
Big time.
And when he was president, he was not so warm and fuzzy on some of the gay rights and things of that nature. And so by Ellen sitting in the stand with him, they were laughing and talking, okay?
Oh, yeah, I know they was.
So, no, I'm saying not in a sort of bad way. They were just sitting there laughing and talking and eating their popcorn and whatever else, Cheetos or whatever. and the people the next day, having seen it on the Facebook and the different news articles, guess what, DJ Booker?
What?
People were blowing her up in a very dark, negative way.
Really?
Yeah, they were saying, what the blank are you blank with that past blank president?
Wow.
They were saying that because of her stance of being in the liberal category and being gay, she should not have been seen next to George Bush. And most of all, making it look like it was okay. So she really got blasted from her own community, from various people. Now, here's my opinion on that, DJ.
I love to hear it.
My opinion is this. What she showed was great character.
Mm-hmm.
She does not agree with his stance on gay rights.
Mm-hmm.
She does not agree, and she makes it well known through the community at large where she stands on those types of issues.
Mm-hmm.
But what she did was went a step farther and showed that even in the midst of not agreeing, she could be within the company and still respect and have fun.
Hmm.
Now, what am I saying by bringing that point out? America, North America, the nation, the world, we need to show more grace, more love, more class, that in spite of disagreeing with someone on various things, that we can still respect and look at them and be in the same space and have fun. Because it's not about sitting at the football game being pissed off. That's a word we can use.
Yes, all day long.
Okay. Being pissed off. And notice how I really accentuate. That shows power behind. Being pissed off. And looking over at him with all mean and wide-eyed and monstrous.
And smacking their mouth open.
And carrying on, where all of a sudden the fun that she was having watching the game couldn't have been there. So I want to really show kudos, love, respect, and say, you know what, Ellen DeGeneres, once again, you have hit it and hit it hard in the home run category, my girl. Because what you do in your life in terms of showing people your love, having them on the station, having companies combine with you to give money to everyday regular people, when really you could be just sitting up on your throne saying, hey, I got my money. But you're not doing that. You are going places, helping those who cannot necessarily help themselves, having fun, and doing to those that may not could have it done to them by the power that has been given to you. Ellen DeGeneres, I take my hat off to you, and I want to pledge to you. So those haters.
Are you actually going to take your head off?
So those haters out there who hate no matter what. Some people you can be handing them a plate of food and they say, "Well, that ain't a steak." You go, "What? You hungry?" Okay, anyway, I'm gonna leave it right there.
Quit playing.
I just wanted to take that Sam
Damn!
Oh Sam
Damn!
moment and give it to you and just say, people, let's work together
Yes.
for the higher awareness of humanity. Let's stop being negative.
Right.
You know, we got enough going on. I know someone of power released the hounds on America and brought out some of the dark side of us all. We all have a dark side.
Yeah,
okay, let's get it straight.
Yeah.
And none of us have wings. And if we do, they're like little nudges.
Right.
They're like little tiny wings, and we can't even get off the ground.
Right.
Most of all, I know you can't get off the ground with you. Anyway, I'm gonna.
Yeah, right, but I'm like, oh wow.
I had to throw that out there just to be
yeah,
happy, keeping it fun,
Hey,
and see, he laughed about it.
Jesse, Rachel.
So anyway, my good people that listen to us, hey, why don't you shout out to everybody that's on the station with us today? Again, you're listening to 94.9 KZAXLPFM in Birmingham. Oh yeah, baby. And we just want you to know that, and we want you to know that we appreciate you. So Booker's going to give a shout out to everybody that's watching us currently live on Facebook. And with that being said, I want you to go and tell somebody so that they know that every Friday when we come on the airwaves, that they're there to check us out, to hear some of the best of talk and music radio from the independent community. Anyway, Booker, shout out to all of the fans that we got watching us today. We really appreciate that.
All right, well, 1 second here. You know what I'm saying? We got Christina Hustle in the house. We got Rachel. We got Jesse Waters up at Destiny. And Mark Thomas. What's up? My man Mark is from the beach at Birch Bay area.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's Mark Thomas from, if I'm looking correct, that's Mark from Bellingham Idol. Yeah, he works in that area, yeah.
Bellingham, did he win or is he just working with him?
No, I'm trying to see which one that is. Yes, I think that's Mark, yeah. No, I think he works there. Or is Mark that? Yeah, that's who it is, I think. Yep. So what's up, Ken? How you doing? Also, my man, I can go over to the other page real quick because you also got a lot of people on your page too.
Okay, holler at them.
I'll holler at you real quick.
Booker's gonna, holler at everybody and let you know we really, really, really appreciate you. We want to always do a shout out to you. Why don't you see who's over there? Meanwhile, I got some great, as you know, we play indie music, and the start of our show, we always jump on the gospel as the foundation of which we stand on, and then we move from the gospel into the local scene of the indie artists, and then we move from the indie artists to the world stage of independent artists from around the world. We're playing for you 94.9 music of indie artists, and the other percent is old school music that we put out there for you. So we've got some fantastic stuff for you today. Booker, who you want to shout out to?
Let me get you. I got Kenny Allen.
Come on, you don't have to. Yeah, man.
All right.
Pull it on up to the mic. Bring it in.
Pull it on up.
Oh, to the east side. Yeah, so we got.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have on the dial here, we have Kenny Allen.
Oh, boy.
He said, what's up, my brother?
My brother from another mother.
We got Rob C. from Portland, Oregon. Rob C. What's up, big
my
bro?
Brother.
We love you.
We love you, too.
We got Jim Mitchell's in the house.
Jim Mitchell. Is that Jim Michelis?
Yes, Jim Michelis is in the building. We have Denise Smith. That's also going to be the Gospel Explosion October 25th.
All right.
Out of Linden, we have my man Zion. That's Don Coulter.
Ooh.
Zion, but he goes right.
Oh, we got Zion, Dion Cooper. Actually,
Dion Cooper in the house.
You know what? We be playing some that
song, man.
We be playing some Dion Cooper song coming up. So keep your ears open on that. We're gonna be laying the wax down. He's kind of trending right now. We played him last week, and
he's also looking at a tour. We're also working on doing a tour with him.
Right, is that right?
I haven't told you. I have a surprise.
Okay, well, let's keep that under. See the hand here? See that hand?
I have a surprise for my guy later.
Keep that under the rug like that.
We gotta get it right.
That means keep it under the rug.
I know. I don't know. Like he was doing some other stuff.
It kind of looks like palsy, but that's all right.
It looks like he got that head shake when he was doing that. Hey, you okay? I'm good.
Oh yeah, I'm there. Anyway, who's the shout out? Who else we got there?
That's it, man.
Okay.
We got Catherine Smith.
All right.
We have Denise Smith in the back. It says D nice president.
D nice. Say be nice to the president.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
Oh, we are being nice.
She said, "Sorry, I'm late. What's up, y'all?"
No, we are being nice to the president.
Nice now.
We are neutral.
We're neutral.
Centric. Okay. Notice I
neutral.
We are not going to be kicking on anybody. What we do in our social awareness moment, in our Sam. In our Sam moment, we just present to you different things of consciousness. It's for you to decide. We don't want to place any bias. But meanwhile, I'm going to get right down to the music side of things. This song has been really trending for the last few weeks. This is the artist by the name of Taylor Made, and it's called All For Me. They are hot than a firecracker.
I turn my back on you, it's the same to see. With my name on it. You must love me so much, it don't make no sense. Cause I was doing stupid things you wouldn't give your love. Just to show me
everybody can relate to that.
Your love. I couldn't say you wouldn't be rejected, so I wouldn't be alone. You wouldn't leave your house, so you could see my it was all for me, all for me. Everything you did, it was all for me. Everything you shared, it was all for me. It was all for me. All for me.
Hey, check it out.
I didn't always know I got him sorry.
Hey,
battles that I couldn't even see. I didn't care about you not even out. You were up there dying for me on the wooden cross. I couldn't say thank you enough. I couldn't say thank you enough. You wouldn't be rejected, so I wouldn't be alone. You wouldn't leave your house, so you could see me. Everything you did,
all for us.
You got to do it.
Yes.
All for me, yeah.
You did it all for me. Hey, you did it all for me. You did it all for me. Hey, you did it all for me. I wanna thank you all for me. Yeah.
Get it.
Anyways, that was Taylor Made with the song called All For Me. I just love that. You know what? That's a hot song. And people, I want to tell you, that's actually gospel, just in case you're wondering. That's a gospel too. That's why we do this. Why do we do this, Booker? I mean, you tell them why we do this.
Well, I got to tell the truth. In the name of Jesus first.
Hey,
we do we do this because, man, God tells us to do it first. And second, we do it for the people.
That's right.
For the indie artists, man, this is a chance for us to get out there and play your music that ain't being played. A lot of people are not really listening, but we are giving them the chance to be heard and also promote themselves and also be out there giving positive vibes. There's a lot of negativity going on. I'm going to talk about something real quick.
Go ahead, talk about it.
What I'm going to say here is that I approached a young man that said some things to me I was kind of upset about. A long time. I didn't want to let it go.
Okay. So, go ahead, confess.
And I didn't want to let it go, and I had to let God take over. And it was hard for me to swallow that because I'm a big one about respect and honor.
You're not only a big one for respect, you're a big one, period.
I'm all about that. And if you're really, truly going to get to know somebody through all their flaws and everything, you know how to let go of something because one becomes your problem. They're not worried about what they said and how they treated you. It doesn't matter. It's your problem now. So I say to this person again, I got love and respect through the name of Jesus. I might have my moments of weakness to get upset, but I do forgive myself for being upset and also you. So I said that to the person. I forgive you. You know, I love you. I just want to
wait. Back it up. Michael Jackson. You did that?
Yeah, I did last night.
Oh.
I said, you know what? I looked in, the kids said hi to me. I said, hey, look, you know what? I love you, man. Hey, you. I love you, man.
You have to put the power on.
Yeah, I had to let you know. Hey, look, we're here. You know what's up, but I love you.
Nice.
You know, because all that anger and frustration, who's destroying me? It eats up your
dogmas.
It does nothing but, and then I'm also about be bigger than something. Be greater than something. God was greater than us. So
yeah,
we say to ourselves all the time, we're going to make mistakes. We're going to fall. It's all about how you get up and where you're going after that.
That's right.
Right? Because if you know that the cliff is over and you keep falling, well, you might be dead one of those days. So you know, a guy can only do so much. You know?
You're so right about that.
I'm just being real because people expect they're like, well, if I jump off the cliff, God's going to save me. Well, the devil has something to do with that too.
So he said.
So if you're going to jump,
he didn't really put.
If you're going to jump. And you want him to save you, you might think about all the stuff you did before you jumped. All that stuff you did. Did you just this one time give grace and go, you know what, God? I've never talked to you before, but I'm going to try to talk to you today and give back to you. Not just ask for things, give back to you. Thank you for all the stuff you do, but give back. But also remember what you're doing in his name, right? And that's huge. That's huge.
Preaching, yo.
I'm just saying. Because I think about what I do every single day, and I go, Lord, I know you know I'm a working Christian in the job. It's like a full-time job, a working Christian. It's harder than any job you can ever do and get paid for it.
That's right, because we just don't show up all the time.
We don't.
Okay, well, good. Hey, people, I want to just do a shout and put a clap for Big Booker. DJ Booker laid it out. He told it like it is. You know what? That's what our show is about. It's about the indie artists making movements. It's about us delivering you positive vibrations. Right. Like Bob Marley used to say, positive. Oh, no. Steer it up. Oh, little darling. Steer it up. I'll let down. Oh, steer it up, ooh, baby, steer it up. I'm gonna tell you now. Meanwhile, here we go.
We always got to show you the skills, you know what I mean? Hey, going on to my man Zion all the way from Arizona. Hey, kicking on like karate up here, y'all.
I'm kicking out those demons like I know karate. Taking out my soul, the spirit rest my body. I was a target, and darkness like this darkness. My innocence was tarnished, dim the light inside my carcass. Survival of the fittest, wasn't witness to the sickness. Turn the heat up in the kitchen, saw the devil with his distress. I'm searching for the light that lies inside me, but when you're so grinding, you take everything I need. The chaos, we see some light, they try to go find me. Tell the devil to get behind me. The light inside should be so shiny. So hard to death to the flesh, but I give it my best. You can dress for the lessons, they never let you get self-destruct. Gotta go to the night, both the dice. Can't get right, both in the night. The blood of the lamb, I'm a sacrifice. Remember the Christ. Woke up from a nightmare, in the middle of nowhere. In the spiritual warfare. I know that God cares. I know that my armor revealed the feet. Turning the teeth that can sit in you weak. The angel will weep and the devil will grieve. Stay out of hell if you get the heat. Hey! Your pity party. No, baby, how you living when you live ungodly? I'm kicking out those demons like I know karate. Looking at my soul, the spirit runs my body. I don't need your sympathy, your pity party. Hey! No, baby, how you living when you live ungodly? I'm kicking out those demons like I know karate. Thinking that my soul, the spirit rest my body. Pulling up with the word of God. Hey! Concrete is a false heart. And the demon is no God. Let the God in jail to do these bars. No, switch it up, look at Jesus. Try with the word, I can laugh at the meeting. The enemy shaking just like a see. What happened to see it, just pushing the king. I'm tired of hearing these folks mad. Sick and tired of these souls dying. And I don't need no rodeo to see my God on time. When you was spitting them dope rhymes, I was giving them hope rhymes. This one's for the trap boys and them people sniffing up coke lines. Jesus Christ on my cosign. Got Christ, so I'm gon' shine like Marvin Sapp. I never could have made it. All glory to the Most High. All glory to the Most High. Strapped with the word like a flow fire. You gon' get this business like a bow tie. Got the truth and that's no lie. Let's get it. Woke up from a nightmare in the middle of nowhere. In a spiritual warfare. I know that God cares. I know that my armor revealed the feet. Turn up the G, they can sit in you weak. The angel will weep and the devil will grieve. Stay out of hell if you get the heat. I don't need your sympathy, your pity party. Hey, hey. I know how you living when you live ungodly. I'm kicking out those demons like I know karate. Looking at my soul, the spirit runs my body. I don't need your sympathy, your pity party. No limit how you living when you live ungodly. I'm kicking out those demons like I know karate. Thinking that my soul, the spirit runs my body.
All right, sign on. That is a hit. I love it. 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 That's Zion coming to you out of Arizona. I believe that's where he's at right now. Calling it Pity Party. One of our indie artists coming from around the country. We love it. That fits into the gospel category. Just in case you're wondering, you might be saying, wait a minute now, I thought that was hip-hop. Hip-hop gospel, yes, yes, yes. That's what we do. That's what we are here for, to bring you the best of music from around the world. I have one other tune I want to share with you in the gospel category before we kick into the local scene here in Bellingham. That category, for those of you who are just joining us, we start off, as I said before, in the gospel realm because we want to kick it off with positive vibrations before we launch the ship of the Bod's radio show with you. And meanwhile, before I get into my next selection, I want to play for you. I want to say to you, actually, let me have Booker say it. He keeps skating in like a buzzard coming in out of nowhere. Why don't you thank our sponsors at this particular top of the hour?
I'd like to thank Steakhouse 9 in Linden, Washington. I also like to thank Over Easy in
Wait a minute. You said I like the steak.
I like the steak. It's steak. Steak. Steak is good. I love steak. I like to thank Over Easy in Bellingham, Washington. And don't forget, October 25th, Gospel Explosion. Be there, 6 to 7:30. Holla at your boy. Holla.
Holla or be square.
Holla or be square.
That's right.
The 18th, October 18th.
Yes.
October 18th, Steakhouse 9. DJ Roy Boy, Butter, special guest. Robe gonna be in the house. DJ Old School. You might get a taste. You might see Andy Stokes in the house. Y'all holla. Hey. Hey. I need that time again.
Your life was the only gift I ever need.
Hey.
To be free. It's amazing. I'm waiting. Everything's working for my good. Come on. You will come out. Woo! All that that's not what's Hallelujah. It's my party.
You know what? That's why
I wanna love somebody like you. I don't wanna love nobody like you.
Yes.
I wanna love somebody like you.
Hey,
Love somebody like you. Love somebody like you. Love somebody like you.
hey,
Come on.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Let me tell you what it means.
Talk about it. Let him
I don't wanna love nobody like you. I don't wanna love somebody like you. I don't wanna love somebody like you.
I really mean it this time.
I don't wanna love somebody like you. I don't wanna love somebody like you. I don't wanna love somebody like you.
Let me tell you what it means.
Come on, people, come on.
People let you down.
What's up?
See, I will never find a love like this.
It's not funny.
Forever and a day.
All I wanna do is make you proud.
It feels so good.
That's what superheroes do.
Yes.
Hallelujah. It's not funny.
For the rest of my life.
All I wanna do is make you proud.
Everybody say,
Love somebody like you. Love somebody like you. Love somebody like you.
talk about it, say,
I don't wanna love somebody like you. I don't wanna love somebody like you. I don't wanna love somebody like you.
Hey!
yeah, all right now. Oh, yeah.
Woo! It's getting hot up in here.
It's getting hot up in here, y'all.
It's getting hot.
I don't know about you, but for those of you who are at home listening at this, you're probably wondering, why are they breathing so hard?
We're dancing, man, getting that cardio on, getting them steps in, you know what I mean?
That's right, we get the cardio on.
Get them steps in.
I got to tell you something.
Well, tell me.
I'm having a hard time moving on from this goodness. I'm going to play,
Well,
you know what? I'm going to play one more. What do you say about Booker? Is that all right?
that's all right with me.
Is it all right?
It's all right with me.
Is it all right with
I
you?
said it's all right with me.
I wanna know. Woo! Is it all right?
It's hotter than fish grease in here with sweating with our shirts on. It's still hot. And I don't know. I want to stop. You got a special guest coming in the house. I can't wait. Hey! Hey!
I love it.
What are you gonna do?
When your back's against the wall.
What you gonna do?
How you gonna respond when it seems the hope is lost?
When you're hot.
Tell me what you gonna do when you need a little more break.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
How you gonna respond when they try to test your faith?
Uh-oh. You know what? Hey, you right now.
What you gonna do when your back's against the wall?
Your back against the wall. What you gonna do?
How you gonna respond when it seems the hope is lost?
Hey, tell me.
Tell me what you gonna do when you need a little more break.
What you gonna do, my friend?
How you gonna respond
What you
when
gonna
they
do?
try to
Here's what I'm gonna do. Hey, what are you gonna do?
When your back's against the wall? How you gonna respond when it seems the hope is lost?
Keep smiling.
Tell me what you gonna do when you need a little more grace. Yeah. How you gonna respond when they try to test your faith?
Hey, tell me what. Hang on, y'all, hang on. Hey. Here's what you do. Bring it on. Bring us home.
Yes, Lord.
Book,
Yes. Man, it's getting hot, bro. Things getting hot. I gotta open the door.
Hey, hang on. Hey, hang on. Oh, yeah. All I can say is we're having fun up in here, y'all. That's it. We're just having fun. Meanwhile, I'm going to try and catch my breath while we, let's see what we're going to do. Booker had to step out of here. He got worn out, y'all. What are you going to say about that? He got worn out. So we're about to go into the Bellingham Indie Artist category. But before I do that, I want to thank our
Sponsors.
Over Easy where the food is so pleasing.
Hey!
I want to thank Steakhouse 9 where the food is always fine.
And they got good wine. That's what I'm
So
talking about.
ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, we're just having fun up in here.
Thankful.
If you don't know how to have fun, you are listening to the wrong radio show.
Man.
If you are down low, then we
Yes.
want you to rise up and go.
Yep. Live.
Have fun. Love somebody.
Love somebody.
Or as Ellen always say, be kind to somebody.
Be kind to somebody.
Be kind to
Hey,
somebody.
here's a challenge for DJ Old School One.
Okay. There we
Do
go.
something nice for somebody you don't know.
Uh-oh.
How about that?
Well, now you asking.
Do something nice for someone you don't know.
That
He's-
is
Hold on. Old school saying. It was a chain before. Person's in front of you. They got coffee. You paid for it. They don't know.
That's right.
Somebody did something kind out of their heart. Somebody hungry. They want a cheeseburger. You bought some chips. I don't care what it is. A hug.
You know what? You just made me think. There's an awful lot of people on the street. you
I'm
know?
telling you, man.
So if you see them and you say, well, most of us will say, well, I don't want to be giving my money. I don't know if they're going to go get drunk. I hear that often, a lot. So what you do, drive into your local food place and you go, give me a sandwich.
Yeah.
Give me a burger. Give me some
Get
fries.
something.
Give me a drink. Go back there and say, look, didn't want to give you any money, but I wanted to help you eat today.
Yeah.
Bam! Drive away. Don't even wait. Drive away. Don't wait for nothing.
Yeah.
Do something kind for somebody.
Yeah, that's the challenge today, man. Do
That's the
something
challenge
kind.
today.
Facebook, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to YouTube live over here. Do something positive. Do something for somebody out of unselfishness, not about what God's going to grace you with and say, hey, he's going to do me good. No, do something nice. Do something for somebody. Don't stop turning the other cheek because there's too much of that going on. Right,
All
we just
right.
got to talk about depression earlier, right?
And with that being said,
All right.
With that being said, we're going to play the local artist scene here. We got a gentleman. He's called himself Safe. The name of this tune is Testimony. No, this is not a gospel. This is just his name.
That's his testimony. That's what's up.
Yeah, so we want you to listen to it. Here we go.
Catch me slipping on your phone. Might be the realest shit I really never sold.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
Got that great thing going on. Local guy. He was recommended by
before I die, swear
my baby.
might be the realest shit I really never
We
sold.
gotta get him on.
Yeah, ain't no defense on my code.
Nice, man. That's great.
Protecting that was next, I'm coming for your throat. Before I die, swear, yeah, I'll be it. Yeah, no, I don't say it.
Hey.
I don't want. Thought I was playing, but I ain't playing. It's real life. Let me show you what I feel like. I guess yeah.
I love it. Nice, man.
Yeah.
I had to have him to edit it.
But ain't messing with the kids. So focus, feel like I done popped it. Catch me sleeping on your phone. Might be the realest shit I wrote and never sold. Yeah, ain't no defense on my code. Protecting niggas next, I'm coming for your throat. Before I die, swear to God, I'll be it.
Yeah, got it.
Might be the realest shit I wrote and never sold.
Hey.
Yeah, ain't no defense on my code. Protecting niggas next, I'm coming for your throat. Before I die, swear to God, I'll be it. I swear to God that you don't really want to smoke. Think you'll catch me sleeping on your phone. Safe travels to the brothers on the road. Watch your back and your ass.
Safe travel.
Yeah, watch your back and they be telling lies.
I got to skip.
I swear this time it's gonna be televised. I see right through you, you been switching sides. I ain't stopping, you catch me sleeping on your phone. Might be the realest shit I wrote and never sold. Yeah, ain't no defense on my code. Protecting niggas next, I'm coming for your throat. Before I die, I swear to God, I'll be it. I swear the realest shit I wrote and never sold. Yeah, ain't no defense on my code. Protecting niggas next, I'm coming for your throat. Before I die, I swear to God, I'll be it.
Oh yeah,
We'd love to
oh
have you
yeah.
guys. We'd love to
That
have you.
is Safe Travels. That
Come on
was
in, bud.
that was Safe Travels on the stick there. Man, I would say that is a hit. I love that song. Did you like that song?
Man, that song was jumping, man.
You know what? I like that song so much that I'm gonna have to play it just a little bit more for you again. Just a little bit more. Safe Travels. It's not often that we play tunes twice. We're just gonna play it a little bit and then put it down and go into our next artist.
We're live on YouTube.
Might be the
We're live on
realest shit I
Facebook
wrote
too.
and never
To
sold.
find out people that want to.
Ain't no defense
Oh yeah.
on my code.
This one's a big deal. This
Protecting
one's a big
niggas
deal.
next, I'm coming for your
They slayers. That was good.
Before I die, I swear to
Now
God,
they'll automatically upload to your Facebook.
might be the realest shit I wrote and
Yeah,
never
we'll
sold.
talk. We'll talk. Stay out YouTube Live.
Ain't no
Okay,
defense
for
on my
description.
code.
So only $11 a month. Once they give you all the download videos on it.
Before I die, I
That's
swear
where
to
everything
God.
Everything with you like this. Yep, Frank's right there.
Okay. That way I can segue out.
Yep.
Want you see who's on there again, Booker? Booker. Want you see who's on?
Hey, what's up?
Let me show you what I feel
Yeah,
like.
he's here already.
Guess what? Yeah, I don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, sir.
ain't nobody messing with the
Just check out the name. And then we shout out. All right. We got some new names.
Hey, what's up?
Cheers. Protecting niggas next, I'm coming for your throat. Before I die, I swear to God, I'll be the gold. Spit really shit I wrote and never spoke.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Booker Dan. Be nice in the building, man.
Take your necklace, let it go for your throat. Before I die, I swear to God, I'll be the gold. I swear to God that you don't really want to smoke.
There's a cut.
That's a cut. That is a cut.
I want you to meet before you leave.
Yes, yes, yes. That is a cut. That is safe travels for those who are on the radio airwaves. I want to just do a little shout out for people who are here with us today. We've got Denise Smith present. She said that that song is off the Jeezy.
Yep.
That is nice, Jay Riz. Jay Rizzy, my man out of Atlanta. Yes, we got Jen Chess out of Vancouver, BC on the Facebook. Yeah, she said, I like this beat. Good beat, nice flow. Coming up on the radio dial, we've got a guy that's with us. This is Bluesland. We got Leo Shoemaker coming in. Leo Shoemaker coming in, and we're going to be talking to him. This is Leo Shoemaker, y'all. He's coming in. He's going to be our next guest that Booker's going to be talking to on the scene. So we're going to let them set up a little bit. In fact, we are going to have some live, you heard me right, live music coming at you, ladies and gentlemen, as you know how we do it. This is how we do it. You know this is how we do it. And so he's going to lay down some tracks for you. Now, I want to just tell you this. You know how difficult this is because when you're on stage, you got all of the props and everything set up around you. But when you're sitting down in the leisure mode, you got to bring it. So he's going to bring it to you today. He's setting up. You get to see the behind scenes. We got the cameraman here today. Who's the cameraman over there?
Leo Shoemaker. That's Kevin Burke.
Leo Shoemaker, and we've got Kevin Burke. That's right. Burke, is that B-U-R-K-E?
No, it's B-U-R-T. Burt.
Burt. B-Y-T. I like it.
Burt in the
I
building.
like it. I like it. So Booker's going to do the interview. Meanwhile, everybody, DJ Old School has to cut out of here and head back to Vancouver, BC to lay down some business up there. And so meanwhile, you will miss this part. All of those that are checking in from the Robe Heartnet Network. So I know you're saying, oh, don't leave. But you know what? Business calls me, so I got to get back up to Vancouver, BC. And meanwhile, my main man, DJ Booker, is going to take over and lay it down. I hope you truly enjoyed this portion of the show, brought to you by Steakhouse 9, where the food is always fine. And Over Easy, where the food is pleasing.
You sound like you're in pain, though. Is it good or it sound like you got cramps?
Let me tell you something.
This sounds like.
No, let me tell you.
It's good to him. Don't touch him right now. It's good to him.
He know where I'm coming from. That's ecstasy. Pure ecstasy. That's all I can
Is that on the list?
No, I can say that word all day long. FCC actually likes that word. FCC, when I call thee, I want to say ecstasy.
That's my man, DJ Old School. The building.
Hey, man, I just got to tell you,
in the house.
I got to just say it. When you go to a place and things are right, you know what? I know we can't be boasting, but I just said, it's.
No, that's called.
That don't require words.
I don't know what that's called. We thinking the same thing, like, God, is he okay?
No.
He's going to go to the door and take a right.
Meanwhile, we are so happy to have with us again. Booker, you want to do the introductions? As a matter of fact, since this is going to be live, you know, back in my day, I'd say live on Memorex. Only so many are gonna know what that's about. They kids, you know.
A few people like, who?
So we got,
The kids ain't
tracks.
we
They
got,
ain't that.
we got DJ Old School. I got to hook you up before you leave out of here, man.
Okay, okay.
I got to pull something out for you, man.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to stay. Meanwhile, I tell you what, I'm gonna have to stay for just a second. So whatever you're gonna do for me, do it for me now.
All right, let's go.
So let's go ahead. You know what? We're not gonna hold it up. We want to just go right into it. And meanwhile, while he is doing it, I'm gonna let you know. While he is doing it, I'm gonna let you get a taste before I cut out of here. And then meanwhile, while he's setting it up, I'm gonna just say I want to thank you for participating from my network today. You know, we have like 4 cameras going on in here. So we just want to thank you. I want to thank Denise. I want to thank Jay, his GZ Cool Cakes. Oh boy, GZ Cool Cakes. I like that.
From Canada.
Jim Chess out of Vancouver, BC. Denise Smith. Again, I'm gonna say it again because Denise is just doing all kinds of talking, telling us how she loved the show. I really appreciate that.
That's all right.
Kathleen Smith, Dion out of Arizona. Thank you so much. And Jim Michelis out of Vancouver. Rob C., our brother from another mother. We're talking about Kenny Allen Burke, who is my closest dear friend out of San Francisco. We got the world at us today, and I want to thank you, and I want to wish you love, peace, and follow the way.
I guess you wonder where I've been. Search to find a love within.
Go ahead now.
And I came back to let you know got a thing for you. I just can't let it go. Some people search around the world for love, but they may never find what they're dreaming of. What you won't do for love. So you tried everything, so you won't give up. And in my world, only you make me do for love what I would not do. See, my friends wonder what is wrong with me, 'cause I'm in a daze
Go ahead.
from your love, you see. And I came back to let you know I've got the thing for you. I just can't let it go. Some people search around the world for love, but they may never find what they're dreaming of. What you won't do for love. So you tried everything, so you won't give up. And in my world, only you make me do for love what I would not do. See, my friends wonder what is wrong with me, 'cause I'm in a daze from your love, you see. And I came back to let you know I've got a thing for you. I just can't let it go.
Don't let it go. No.
You know I only want the best, is true. But still I can't believe the things I do for you. What you won't do, do for love. So you tried everything, so you won't give up. And in my world, only you make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. You make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do.
Now, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Well, first and foremost, that was wow. I'm just gonna say wow.
Hey.
Wow. And I already know he's off the Chizang.
Hey.
We say the Chizang.
They just said, let me tell you, somebody just said, brilliant version.
Yeah, he put his foot,
Brilliant.
stirred it around, and then kicked somebody in the face is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
y'all.
yeah.
It is off the chain. I got my man, Kevin Bird, up in the house, y'all, representing, going down to, he's going to be at the Linden Music Festival. It's going to be amazing. October 9th through the 12th, 2009. If you're not there, you are square. I also got in the building, my man, Leo Shoemaker is in the house doing some filming. He's in the building, y'all. From KMRE 102.3 FM. Is in the house, man. It's all about the networking, baby. How you doing, dog? How you doing?
Well, man.
Don't go running there, Frank. We got you in there, too. We're trying to get out of there.
Best place to be today, man.
No. I'm gonna real quick, Frank. Since you're here, I got my man
There you
Frank,
go,
man,
Frank.
on the
Come on.
board, up in the front, up in Linden, y'all.
And while he's doing that,
I'm gonna put him in the king seat with me over here. You know what
I'm
I'm
going to
saying?
be blasting out here.
You know what I
DJ
mean?
Booker's going to carry over the seat.
Yeah,
I tell you what, I hate to leave if it wasn't for an
Yeah.
already situation,
Right.
which is money. Gotta make my money. I wouldn't be leaving, but meanwhile, Booker,
Yeah.
you're gonna kill it, cause I tell you
That's
what,
what's up.
brother. Damn,
That's it, man.
that goes with Sam.
And look, and the whole thing is that, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, live right now, we had a moment, and everybody, my man Frank knows right here. We had a moment where a backup singer from Motown, my man DJ Old School One, you sing with Marvin Gaye. Then we got my man up in here doing this thing. This is history right here.
I just had to sneak
This is
in
real
on the
history.
few part.
So good.
I didn't want to touch it
You
too
know,
much because you
I
were doing so good.
I almost pulled Marvin Gaye out on you, man. I almost pulled out in the city blues, man.
I'd have to be all up in there.
It'd have been on.
I was juggling this.
Oh,
I was so-
No, but that was nice. That was nice.
So,
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Meanwhile, thank you so much for being part of this. If you want to check it out, you can go to. Do you have the BOD network over there?
we got the bonds. We got the YouTube live, so we can be hitting them everywhere.
Okay, let them know where they can go.
We're also you want to go to the Beat of the Streets on YouTube live. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube live. Go check my man out. Also, you can see it on my page too, but I want you to go check out our channel. See what we're doing.
And tonight, from Vancouver,
Uh-oh.
at the Steakhouse 9,
the Whiskey Dicks from Vancouver, live at 8 o'clock tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
The Whiskey Dicks.
Yeah, from Vancouver.
I ain't touching that.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm always got something to say, but I'm not touching that.
And with Kevin here today, man, Barry Gordy.
Music. I mean,
For-
yeah, they do Irish
Is it
folk
real?
music.
Is it real like that, though?
They're fantastic.
Whiskey Dicks.
Whiskey, yeah, they're good.
Now, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't on our list. Hold on.
They do
But
both things.
even back in that,
It's not on the LCC list. Don't worry
I'm
about
saying on
that.
our list. On this summer, I'll be like, Whiskey.
Listen, it's a band name, so you get away with it. Man.
That's right.
If it's part of the art, then it's
Right.
Go
get
to
mad.
YouTube Live right now. We still got people watching. I hate to cut it, but go to YouTube Live right now and you can continue the session. You don't need
yeah,
to miss out.
we got Kevin Burt here, so you know what, Barry Gordy, eat your heart out, man.
Oh, yes. He's like he said live.
Yeah.
To let you guys know.
There
he
you
said
go.
it. Kevin Barry Child. He said, "Eat your heart out." Live. We're live right now. We got people listening all the way from Germany up and on the station.
Thank you,
Man.
Appreciate it.
I really
Guys,
like what you do.
this was amazing.
Nice.
We got amazing people.
You in
Like I said,
town?
my man Luke, Leo came up in the
my
house
next
filming.
full show is going to be at
4
on,
o'clock today.
well, 4 o'clock. That's a workshop.
Your show.
My next full show is going to be Saturday. I'm closing out the festival, so I'm the last
Okay.
act at Steakhouse.
8 o'clock, Saturday
Okay.
night.
Saturday
And
night.
of course, he's doing it when I got to work.
Well, I might be.
But you better be there.
Yeah.
You better be there.
What's
So I want to make sure
8
you're
o'clock.
there.
Okay. Nice.
You
All
let me
right.
know if you're gonna. I'll get you in.
Okay.
I'll get you in.
All right.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to repeat that real quick. My man here,
Where'd you put my jacket?
Kevin Burt, is going to be performing at Steakhouse 9. He's going to be shutting that down at 8 o'clock. That is one of our sponsors, too. Just to let you know, it's one of our sponsors. Shutting it down. You better be there if you can make it. Because I got to watch how I say that. If you have time to go to that establishment, this man's going to throw down.
Bring it on.
He's going to hit you right in the face. I mean, literally, the music's going to hit you so hard in the face that you might be starting to cry, tears, all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just a few weeks ago, man, I was kind of in your neighborhood, man. I was at Vancouver Island.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, it was the Victoria Jazz Society had a
Oh,
blues
yeah.
blowout,
Oh,
and I was with my band. I was a headliner for the blues blowout.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've been in your neighborhood there too.
I didn't miss some of it. Let me just put it that way.
So DJ Old School ones for the leave out of here. I got my man Frank up in the house, and he has a musical background too. We're going to that later, but we got a lot of talent up in this room right now. God is really good. That's what I'm talking about. DJ Old School is real old, so he got to leave. He's probably going to take that. don't think I wasn't going to get you back. You've been sliding over here all the show.
I've been
You've
slacking you all doing the show. So
all show. I'm like, no,
he get me when I'm busy. See, I'm like,
I would get him back.
he throw it in, I go, what did he say?
Yeah. I slide in real quick.
You went to Abe Lincoln Elementary School.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They school before. It's like when they have one person in class sitting by them.
I blocked my car. Thank you. Yeah, buddy.
Been working it hard here, ladies and gentlemen.
And you know you're hot. It is hot up in here, man. We losing weight. I'm like, man, we came into the sauna today. I was like, did they turn the heat on up in the studio? So anyways, y'all,
Thank you, sir.
getting back to my man right here, Kevin Burt, man. For real, man. Let's start from the beginning. All right. We're going to start from the beginning. It's your boy DJ Booker up in the building, representing 94.9 KZAX LP FM in Bellingham. In the house, y'all. We're repping, doing our thing, making it hot up in the building. But like I said, my man Kevin Burt's in the house. What are you up to, man? Just give us some history of you, and then talk about what you're doing so we can let them know to plug in.
Well, number one, I'm native born from the fighting state of Iowa. You know, folks usually don't look at it and say, "Oh, that's a hotbed for anything, really." But there's a really strong music scene all across the state, especially in the blues world. There's 8 active blues societies, and so I've been busy working in that area for the last 25, 26 years.
Right.
Last year, I won the Iowa Blues Challenge as a solo artist. First time I ever participated in it as a solo artist. And that gave me the opportunity to represent the state of Iowa in the International Blues Challenge, which is held in Memphis.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of folks that aren't familiar with that function, but it's the largest collection of blues artists converging in one space on the planet every year.
Wow.
And so nearly 300 bands, over 250 solo and duo acts from around the world that won the opportunity to be there. You don't just fill out paperwork and pay a fee. You have to win and be invited. And I won the opportunity to participate against 260 folks that had won their contests from around the world. There's 3 categories in the solo duo area that you can win accolades. You can name the Oscar Harmonica Player of the Year. You can win the Most Promising Acoustic Guitarist Award, and then the overall solo duo competition. In the 35-year history, no one's ever swept all 3 categories until 2018, and I swept all 3 categories. The first person to ever be named the winner in any of those categories. So I was given the unofficial title of the #1 unsigned solo blues artist in the world.
I'm sorry, did you say unsigned?
Unsigned at that time.
You're indie? Are you signed now?
At that time. Yeah, I signed my first, shortly after winning the International Blues Challenge, signed my first record deal. It was a nonprofit. It was with a nonprofit record label called the Little Village Foundation.
Oh, I love it.
They fit my story a little bit better than a lot of the others. Just from a standpoint, it was going to give me an opportunity to just be me.
Okay.
And see if the world liked what they heard. So I recorded with them, and my album ended up being nominated for Best Recording by an Emerging Artist at this year's Blues Music Awards. Didn't win, but out of 3,000 entries, I made the top 5. So,
that's huge.
Yeah, so that's a win for me as far as I'm concerned. Being again, a blues artist out of Iowa that nobody turns their head to the middle and goes, I wonder what's going on there.
No.
Musically. And so there's a lot of, like I said, I'm one of many really, really good artists from my neighborhood.
Really?
It's just that, I'm also one of the only ones that's made a commitment to get it out there. Right? And so it only took me 26 years, man, but I'm an overnight sensation. Essentially.
Kevin, these things happen like that.
Hey, I ain't mad at nobody, man.
It takes one person to hear you, the right person, and then boom.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful trip. The winning the IBC, the International Blues Challenge, created a wave, and it's been a wave that hasn't come back yet. It's just continued to roll. So, I just got back before coming here. I just gotten back from Marseille, France, touring from Marseille to 2 stops in Spain, 1 stop in Italy, and I came here, and then the day after I get back from here back to Iowa, I get on a plane and I'm flying to Denmark on my first European tour.
Woo!
So it's, like you said, it's a wave that hasn't stopped rolling. And while I've been here, I got a phone call, and I'm going to be announcing soon my 2nd record deal. Yeah.
Wow. All I can say is this. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you hear what's going on, because bless my man Frank's heart for having an opportunity to bring you down here, man, because what they're doing in Linden just blows my mind. I'm just a new person from Portland up here. Met it with my guy about a year plus ago now, and it's been like that since day one. We're like brothers, and just an honor to meet you, to be a part of that event the other day, and my man, meeting you, Leo Shoemaker in the house, man. Just get an opportunity to network with everybody and have you here and blessing us with your voice and your story, because what we always tell people is that if you were to tell these young artists out there that are trying to get where you are and further, what would 3 things you would tell them?
Number 1, be yourself. Don't create a character that you have to live up to.
Right.
Be the person that you are, and inspire others to reach that mark.
Right.
Be true to your art. Don't try to make a hit. Try to make good music.
Keyword right there. He said, ladies and gentlemen.
Bottom line is if you play Stevie Wonder's music next to anything that's been created right now, Stevie Wonder wins.
All day.
All day.
All day, every day.
Yeah, because it's just good music.
Right.
And it's timeless because of that. But it always applies, which is why you'll never hear anybody not list him on their favorites. Him, Bill Withers, Earth, Wind and Fire. I mean, you can go down lists and lists and lists of artists in the R&B soul categories, anything that you want. I don't care what rap artists you put them up against, their music's still better.
You can't touch them.
And so be a fan of what you do,
Right.
because you'll always learn from those individuals that are around you that are trying. A lot of people teach you what to do, but also the majority of them teach you what not to do. And so if you are a fan of the music, you'll see it. You'll see the holes that other people fell in. A group called Parliament back in my youth had a line in a song that said, "The secret to walking on water is knowing where the rocks are." And so
That's deep. He went deep with it right there.
So you watch where other folks fall in the water,
Right.
and you don't step there.
That's deep. So, ladies and gentlemen, there was a guy who came in here. I hope that we get a chance to meet him. Andy Stokes. I've been talking to Andy about him, Frank, Andy Stokes. And I've been I said, I met this guy through Frank, and I said, I gotta have Frank get these guys together one of these times because these are two legends,
Sure.
And it's a big deal. And I mentioned to him the one thing he said when he was on the station too. He said, "We always got to remind people that are artists, especially the youth, to learn business.
100%.
They got to learn the business because everybody want to jump in there and be that guy." And then I'm like, "But you don't know business."
Well, the one thing that hunger teaches you is how to hustle. But those individuals that you don't only want to be the person that's hungry. You also want to be the person that can pick up the bill.
Man, he said something right there, ladies and gentlemen. So also on that note, you're going to be playing where again? I like you to spout out there again where you're going to be playing. Give me the spots that you're going to be at.
I know that I'll be at Steakhouse 9, which is a sponsor for this show. Thank you for supporting, live radio, because that's something too that's a dying art form.
Right.
Having actual DJs in a space and being able to put together a show that is from your heart and gets an opportunity, but it also gives artists like myself a representation because you're choosing the music that you choose to play, and that's fantastic. But I'll be there tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock, and tomorrow or today at 4 o'clock. I'm doing a workshop. If there's any young musicians, if you play guitar, harmonica, if you're a vocalist, I'll be doing a workshop at the Jansen Arts Center today at 4. And I encourage you, stop by, and I'll give you as much information, as much knowledge as my experience has given me.
All right. I also heard that you went to a school too.
Yeah, now blues education programs are huge for me. I got my first opportunity to put together a blues education program in 1996. It was the state of Iowa's sesquicentennial. And I was chosen by some folks to represent the state of Iowa as a living exhibit at the Smithsonian. And part of that was there's a fellow named Harry Oster, who doesn't get the acclaim, but at the same time that the gentleman, Mr. Lomax, was going down through the South, so was Mr. Oster. He was a part of that crew of folks. Well, Mr. Oster lived in Iowa City, Iowa. And he sought me out, and he made me a living exhibit at Iowa's sesquicentennial at the Smithsonian, because it was also the Smithsonian sesquicentennial. All right, so I along with about 125 different artisans, somewhere between cooks and folk dancers and fiddle players and all kinds of cool that represented the state of Iowa as a whole.
got to do for 2 weeks, got to be living exhibits at the Smithsonian. And I had to put together a blues education presentation that was worthy of the Smithsonian
Right.
about the state of Iowa and its involvement. And the cool thing about Iowa that nobody really talks about is that back in the day, the train hubs, a bunch of them happened in Iowa. Iowa's in the middle of the country. So you travel to Iowa in turn. The station would have the turn house.
Mhm.
So the trains would all get turned in Iowa. And so a lot of music happened near those hubs because it would take a week to turn all the trains, or 3 or 4 days at least. And so there were these music halls in those towns. So like the town of Owine, Iowa, had 5 dance halls, and you could hear Count Basie there. You could hear, Benny Goodman. You could hear, any number of artists coming through at any point in time, and it was fantastic. But also after slavery ended, there's a lot done in river towns in Iowa. Mississippi River is right at the tail end of the state of Iowa. And so those towns drew a lot of freed slaves. And so it's a surprisingly dense population of African Americans in the state of Iowa, in towns like Burlington, Clinton, Iowa. Waterloo became an extension of the Chitlin Circuit for touring blues artists. And it was, there's a remarkably rich history that exists there. And those were things that came in that I found out about because I had to research it for the Smithsonian, for those presentations. And so I had this knowledge. And so I worked with the different blues societies, and I started a Blues in Schools program. And I started bouncing around the state. And a few years ago, it got me knowledge when Chet Culver was the governor of the state of Iowa. I was acknowledged as Iowa's top blues educator during Black History Month one year. And it's from there, it stemmed into a lot of other opportunities. So going into the school here was fantastic because, again, it gives me an opportunity to go into my favorite part of what I do, and that's sharing information with kids.
Well, the amazing thing is that what they grasped out of these kids, was you let them understand, here's rock and roll, but let's understand something. Blues has been around a lot longer. Blues has been around since all the times you were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, on these little streams and rivers and places like that. And you look where the origination of rock and roll has got the roots of blues from way back when.
Yeah.
Years and years and years before they could ever imagine that. And when they grasp that, it really is an education to them to say, wow, the questions that came back from these middle school and kids at that age was just amazing to see how they captured all this and were interested in asking even questions when our little program was over.
Yeah.
But the main thing was that they understand rock and roll is here. But you know what came first? Was the blues.
Yeah.
And they know that now, which is a fantastic thing.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
God bless you for that. Let me tell you.
There's a huge amount of reward that you get from those those opportunities. But again, it's when schools see a value, when the higher ups, when the principals, when the city the school boards,
Yeah.
when they acknowledge that those kinds of things are of value to the students, that's when opportunities are created. Music programs get decimated anytime somebody says we need to cut a budget. Music and physical activity are the things that get taken away, and anything else with art. Those things get snatched. And for a lot of kids, that's the one thing about school that makes sense. We're taking away their opportunity to be expressive.
Right.
And that's never good. When you look at communities, when you look at countries and those places that want to have control over folks, you see that one of the things that they control is the art and the creativity. And so
I think that it's really, really, really need to, as a community, and this is, I guess, my soapbox moment, really, really consider making sure that art and creativity and music and all of those things exist and in schools. And I'll make a weird guarantee. I'll guarantee that violence and graduation, one will go down, the other will go up.
Right. Did you hear what he said, ladies and gentlemen? Artists and being a part of that movement right now will change the minds of the youth. The movement through music, it just changes everybody. People forget how powerful that is. It is a tool that out of depression, all that stuff. Yeah. But what I like to have, Sir Kevin, I'd like to hear another tune if I could. Can I get another song? Can I get another song? Guys, it is just a true blessing. The people that are listening live right now, also my Facebook listeners, and also our video being done by my man Leo Shoemaker over there doing his videos. And you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to check him out on KMRE 102.3 FM. Go see my man, y'all. Maybe we can make a special appearance. I'd love to get on the show and check it out and do a little something, y'all. But yeah, go see what he's doing, man. Doing positive things. If he has to. He got my man Frank in his corner. He got it cracking, This is brought to you by Steakhouse 9, that is in Linden, Washington, where they're going to be throwing all these wonderful festivities, y'all. And also our other sponsor, Over Easy in Bellingham off James Street. So, ladies and gentlemen, no further ado, I bring to you again Kevin Merton in the house, y'all.
This is a little thanks, man. This is a little love song I put together. It's called I Don't Want to See You No More.
Oh, I love it already.
I'm up in the morning, think about the good times we've had. And what it was I done to you, babe, to make you so damn mad. Well, I came home late one evening to find a note you left on the door. Well, and all you said was that I don't want to see you no more. Baby, I don't understand. Did you find yourself another man? The only thing I know for sure is right now, baby, I would never do a thing like this to you, no. This pain I feel not knowing what's going on, baby, hurts me to my core, it does, child, yes it did. See, all you said was that I don't want to see you no more. Please can't you call me on that telephone and maybe tell me what's going on here. Not to me, no one's gonna do a damn bit of good. Now, if we understand this right here. Oh, you'll still be going right now. I'll still be sitting here all alone. Yeah. What you want to do me like this for? I swear before God, baby, I never ever meant to do you wrong, See, I apologize to you, baby. But I don't know what for, I don't know what for, baby, no. See, boy, you know, say it was I don't want to see you no more. Please, baby, can't you just come on home? Well, you've been gone too long. You see, I just been sitting here waiting, hoping, praying, baby, you come walking through the door. See, I've been sitting here night after night after night after night after night, baby, crying on the floor, reading that note over and over and over and over again. I don't want to see you no more, yeah. I don't want to see you no more. You see, my baby got me crying. Since you don't want to see me no more, got me asking why you're crying. But don't you want to see me no more? She packed the things, she walked right out the door. Left a note that said she don't want to see me no more.
Well, a couple things. She messed up. She messed up because she was like, shoot, he ain't gonna be nobody's shoe or whatever, I'm out. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's like, what happened? I'm getting like the string text years ago. Now you won't back in. No, keep it pushing. But I want to thank you again, brother Kevin Burke in the house show. How did they reach you? How did they get the CD? How did they download the music? Talk to me.
If you go to my website, it's all the W's, the three of those, and then kevinburkemusic.com. There's a link there to download music. Otherwise, come to the show and buy it from me. I can sign it for you there.
Yes,
you know.
CD signed. I was so upset. Had to go. I was like, man, but it's a blessing, man. And again, how do they do? You got a Facebook too?
Instagram? Facebook again at Kevin Burke Music.
Instagram, same thing.
Yeah,
right.
Kevin Burke Music.
Guys, it was a true honor. It was a true honor. I look forward to my pictures after this guy. I got to take my pictures. Frank, love you, man. You're my brother from another mother. Real quick, I want to talk to you about something real quick. What we do is Blues Land, Blues Radio with Leo Shoemaker in their house on Facebook at Leo's Blues Land. He's on Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. Check him out, y'all. That is 102. Fantastic. I love blues. I didn't even know this existed until I just met you today. So I look forward to listening to this. I look forward to talking to more people about it. And also my friend Frank, and you can educate me more. Let's link up. Let's network. Let's make it happen. Again, it's your boy DJ Booker up in the house, man. We are truly blessed. I have my man Kevin Burke up in the house. Frank, my man Leo Shoemaker in the house. We love you guys, man. And we will be doing this again all the time, man. Indie music, support the indie movement, y'all. Bless you, brother.
Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, and if you can't come see me on Friday, there's always something cool that's going on around you. I've got a good friend, Brother Kingfish, is going to be at the Wild Buffalo this weekend. If you haven't seen him, he's a young blues artist out of Mississippi that is beyond amazing. Vocals, guitar, just presence, and just one of the nicest people you'll ever meet on this planet. So I encourage you, if you can't come support me, please get out and support him. There is something to do. If you catch yourself sitting on that comfy couch and that comfy chair that you own, change that. You can do that Sunday. You can do that on Monday. But this weekend, there's stuff to do. Please get up and get out and go do it. Public service announcement. Another brother.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, you got a caller. Hold on 1 second. Hey, what's up? It's your boy DJ Booker up in the building. What's up? Who is this?
This is Uncle Rufus. Uncle Rufus giving you a call. I want you to know I was listening at your radio today. And boy, you guys are just killing it. Killing it. Uncle Rufus, I gotta let you know that.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. So where you calling from?
I'm calling from out here in outer space.
Outer space, huh? Calling from outer space, huh? We appreciate you coming down to earth and showing us some love, man. From the blues to the hip hop to all that good indie music, y'all. Thank you for supporting us, yo.
You don't go right. I just want to say that I have been pushing and searching for good music. You guys play indie music, and I just love that. I love that, and I tell you what, even though I did come from outer space today, I will go back telling the people on the other planet that they have some good people on there, and they are worth checking out. Okay, what's that station name again?
That is K94.9 KZ8X LP FM in Bellingham, Washington, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. I really enjoyed that, and you guys keep on the good work, and I'll be checking back on the plans another time, and when I do, I'll make sure I listen to you. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right. Have a blessed day.
Big love, man.
Big love. That was deep. He said from another planet. I love when people call in, yo. I love it, man. He said, I'm coming down from another planet right now. I'm like, that's deep. He went deep for a minute. No, that's
out there, man.
That's what I'm talking about, yo.
So, talk about long distance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real talk.
I need to get that call in place.
That's real talk. Again, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing things going on, yo. Check out what they're doing. See the movement. Steakhouse 9, one of our sponsors. You know what it is. You know what we do, yo. It's your boy Booker, and I'm out.
That was good.
Fantastic. Yeah, I gotta get.
I'll see you today. I'll come by.
Yeah.
I look forward
I
to
got
it.
to get out of here.
Frank,
Well,
next time you bring
hey.
him over, all right?
Buddy,
Man,
God
you're
bless you,
great.
man.
We're going to get a picture of us real
Please.
quick.
Please
Get a picture.
come over to my station anytime. Give me a call. I'll bring you in. We'll have a good time.
Got you, man. Got you. I want to get a picture though before you leave. We'll get a group picture real quick with my man. After he
I get the
packs
guy
up.
out there and take a picture. I get the guy out there to take a picture of all of us.
Okay, you got a guy?
Do it.
I gotta get there before my meter runs out. I only put down an hour.
Oh yeah, believe me, you good. You good.
Oh, that was fantastic, man.
I killed it, bro.
Hey, you gotta tell him next time, especially the guy over at Wild Buffalo, you gotta get there early. Because once people get there and listen to him sing, people don't leave.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now.
They don't leave.
They pack in, so it's
Yeah.
like, you know,
Damn.
that's the spot. You know what I'm saying? The steakhouse, right?
Excellent. Good. Okay, we got a picture.
Hey, yo. How you doing? The girls in the building. I know what that is. Yeah, that's what's up.
So this is
When
Kevin.
this is Kevin, right?
This is Frank.
How are you? Nice to meet you. Hi, Riley.
Really? She's a press contact.
Riley, tell them the title.
I'm the press contact for the radio station.
All right.
So that's how I was like, that's it.
Anytime. Give me a holler.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys. We're all together in this.
So yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
please
saying.
do. Please come in. You know,
Bro, yeah, I'd love to, man.
bring some of your music. We'll play some of it.
Just those three, not me. I'm not in this one.
All right.
No. Come on. Just you three. Just put the talent out there, man.
I'm gonna let you get this one too. Yeah, turn it in here. Boom. Okay, we good.
Okay.
All right. Frank, you get in the next one. I'm trying to hear.
No, I'm wanted in 8 states. I can't be there.
Maybe look down.
You stand next to me. You can't do nothing but.
I'm the tall big guy. We got the other big guys like,
One more.
All
you're like
right.
squished up in here. Like, is he okay? Those black guys are. Frank, you're right in front of the video recording right here.
Oh, she's shooting this one for the post office, man. So it's Well,
All right, took a handful.
Thank you so much.
That's still
This is
live.
post office shot. It says unwanted.
We're
Live.
still live.
right there. I was like, we're live right there. I'm like, so yeah, hey man, again, talk to the people real quick, tell them how to reach you.
Big love. If you want to track me down, man, it's www.kevinburkemusic.com. Reach out. That's the website. If you want to pick up the music, there's a button to click. It'll take you to CD Baby. If you're purchasing anybody's music, not just mine, but anybody's music, if you can check CD Baby first, they're the one music download site that treats the artist well. They make sure we get taken care of. So I encourage you. They're the only one that I know of. There may be others out there, but they're the one that I know of. So I encourage you, whatever music you're downloading, so that you know that you're taking care of the artist as well, please, please, please reach out through CD Baby. And that's about that, man. Thank you all very much. We appreciate you.
So y'all better go see him. Don't be scared. You know, two black guys together, you think it's a game. But here it's all about the music right now. It's all about the music. Let me get you in here, man. Let me get you in there. Oh, I want you to talk about your station real quick, man. I gotta show you nothing. My man brought you down for a reason, you know what I mean?
All right, I'm on KMRE 102.3 FM. Been broadcasting blues for 23 years.
Right.
Bringing in people like Kevin Burt, new people that have got a lot of history in the blues and educating the blues school kids. So we're at KMRE 102.3 FM. I also podcast on my Facebook at Leo's Bluesland. If you want to come in, if you're a local band, if you're a national band, if you're out of space,
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Hey, man. And we out, man. I love you guys, man. There you go, brother.
Thanks so much.
Shut that down.
I'll send it. Do you have a card?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll get you some stuff. Like I said, man, it's your boy Booker, man. We love you and we out.